Hello, Brenda St. Louis with Local Matters. And with me today, I'm very pleased to say, is Michele St-Amour. Michele, could you tell me a bit about yourself?
Well, I'm a naturopathic energy practitioner and educator, and I deal a lot with teaching people how to reconnect with natural medicine, alternative ways of health. And so we're noticing that allopathic health is not always what we need. People are starting to realize, oh my God,
That's true.
you know, there are some old remedies or some folk remedies that actually do work.
They do.
So my personal journey, which is parallel in the book quite a bit, talks a lot about returning to our roots and grounding ourselves once again to the earth so that we can reconnect to the amazing gifts that she has for us.
That's true. And your book is titled Chakaura, Awakening the Muse. Could you explain the title?
Chakaura, yeah, Chakaura. And the picture is quite interesting also,
Yes,
isn't
very
it?
interesting,
Yes.
very.
Chakaura is interesting because we were looking for a title for the book. And everything we typed up, we Googled on the computer, and there was definitions coming up that just didn't suit what And then someone suggested, well, why don't you call it Chakaura, which is the name of the clinic and the school that I teach from. And I said, yeah, why not? Because it is chakra aura. Chakra was a combination of these two commonly known words now, which kind of parallels the idea of what I teach being that the spirit, the soul, the mental body, the emotional body, which is the energy, which is in the inner world, is not separate but part of the physical body.
That's true.
So by combining this chakra aura, people have the same idea about separateness. But the chakras and the aura are actually one entity, as we are.
Very interesting, Michele, because a lot of people are, perhaps that maybe are not getting as much help as they'd like to from regular health, issues. They perhaps maybe would be interested in this. Tell us a little bit about how you come to write this book.
Well, let's say that I always had a passion for mysticism and magic and miracles, even as a young child. It was a world that fascinated me.
And I must add, just for a second, you do have native blood in you.
Yes,
and
I do.
You felt that this was part of your calling too, because of what this feeling you had in you came perhaps maybe from that native connection.
Well, the native blood was always very strong. And we didn't talk much about it in the family, but Dad did talk about it. And I remember as a kid, I used to dress up as a native girl. And I'd wear the bandanas and, I'd have a ball doing that. It was so innate. So it was always part of my makeup, we'll say, on some level. And so when I had my dark soul experience, which there's a lot of the main character, Angeline, in the book that is drawn from my own life experiences. So her story has been a lot drawn from what I've lived.
Oh, I see.
And so she also went through this dark soul experience, which I think everyone can relate to on some level, somewhere. We've all had that experience. And so it makes you stop. It makes you think about life. It makes you reassess. And so this is where I found naturopathic medicine, because the allopathic system, I worked with it for 3 years, and it couldn't do anything. It didn't know what to do.
Okay.
And it was really more of an inner world thing. It was more of an energy problem that I had. And it was the awakening of my muse.
Well, it's been a pleasure, Michele, and this is really an area that I've never really interviewed anyone on before, but it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.